Do as I tell you. There is a word called Vitthala. You have to say Vitthala, Vitthala. You have to keep saying it along with me the same way as I am saying. Vitthala, 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 Vitthala. Vitthala, 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 Vitthala. If you keep saying this for 9 minutes straight, all your heart problems will vanish. All the blockages will be removed. If you have a hole in your heart, even the hole will be fixed. That will not be there anymore. It will just simply vanish. And no need of stents or anything. All the stents can be removed. You don't have to worry about having any sort of heart ailment in the future also. Even if you have a history, family history of many people getting heart attacks and heart problems, you need not worry if you chant this one mantra. This is the claim that is being going on in social media, and many people are spreading this particular claim and what evidence they show for it. In this video, we are going to see all about that. This is Youturn. I'm Ramasamy Jayaprakash. We recently posted a video about Samantha spreading medical misinformation, and even in our Tamil channel we posted a video about how many people are spreading that mudras, having some mudras like keeping your hands in certain positions are going to help you recover from a lot of diseases. Many people are making all these false claims in social media, and it has become an industry of its own. So we wanted to focus on this health misinformation aspect as well. So that is how we started. While we were at it, we came across a video by a person called Subramanian Natchepan. He was claiming by chanting the mantra that we showed in the intro. If you keep chanting that mantra for 9 minutes a day, you can get rid of all your heart problems, and even the hole in your heart can be blocked. It can be fixed. If you have a blockage in your heart valves, even that blockage will be removed. You don't have to go for angiogram and keep stents in your heart to function effectively. You don't need to do all that. All you need is this one mantra, and for the rest of your life all the heart problems will vanish, and you don't have to worry about any heart problems ever getting to you. This is what he said in that particular video. When we searched further, we came across a lot of health influencers making these claims and spreading this particular piece of misinformation. And all of them keep stating one thing, and that one thing is it is medically proven. There is research behind this, and this went on for 1 year. And after the end of this 1 year study, they have found out that all this health benefits regarding to heart, you'll get it. And when we looked at what this particular study is, it came out in Asian Journal for Complementary and Alternative Medicine. That very name of the journal has some significance. That also we'll see at the end of the video. So what this research paper tells? The research paper starts with an intro as to how this Vitthala name came to be. It is a name of a Lord Vitthala in Maharashtra. And there is a famous temple in Maharashtra in the place called Pandharpur, and in Pandharpur there is a temple for Lord Vitthala, and many devotees from various parts of the country, especially from that part of the country, they go on a pilgrimage to that temple. And while going to the temple, they will be chanting this mantra saying Vitthala, 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 Vitthala in devotion to God. This is what is said in the intro of the supposed research article. And after that it talks about language science. And in language science, what it claims is Sanskrit has so many good vibrations, and all these good vibrations give health benefits to people. And Sanskrit is the originating language for many languages, including Tamil, which is not true, but that is what the paper claims to be true. And it also talks about idle sciences, many sciences that are not actual forms of or branches of science. All that is talked about in the intro. We'll leave all that, and then it moves on to how it went to do the test. So 30 individuals, all of them are healthy. 30 healthy individuals were called, and they were made to undergo some basic health parameter tests. And in this baseline examination, they were made to undergo what their pulse is, what their heartbeat is. All these were measured. After doing this baseline examination, they were asked to chant this Vitthala chant for 9 minutes. And after the 9 minutes of chanting Vitthala, 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 they were made to undergo the same examinations, including heartbeat and pulse. After doing this, they found the difference, and that difference is the pulse was 77 before they did this chanting, and after chanting the pulse dropped down to 73, a difference of 4 counts, and heartbeat came down from 82 to 80. So from 82 it went down to 80, which means 2 beats per minute it reduced. That much is what they have found. After talking about pulse rate and heartbeat, it goes on to say many of the pseudoscientific things that you can think of, and that forms the rest of the paper. These pseudoscientific practices involve a biofield viewer. What is a biofield viewer? If you go to a hospital, any hospital, even AIMS you go or any good hospital you go, you ask for a biofield viewer, they'll not know anything about biofield viewer and they'll say we don't have it. That is because it is not a proper medical device. It is something that came out of pseudoscientific practices, and what it basically does is it finds chakras in your body and it tracks how your aura is, how your chakras and auras and other biofield things are reacting in your body. This is what it claims to do. And is any of this true? These chakras, does the human body have 7 chakras? Does the human body have an aura? All these questions need to be asked, and the answer for all these questions is no. These are all pseudoscientific practices and pseudoscientific ideas, and these have no place in a hospital. This is what you will get as an answer. And they also talk about another method, and that method is electroscanning method, ESN they call it. This electroscanning method looks at the heart chakra, which is supposedly green in color. This heart chakra has been functioning better than before. And again, this heart chakra being green in color, electroscanning method, is any of this actual science? No. Even this is pseudoscience, and this also has no place in medical treatments or in hospital. So this is what this paper is all about. Okay, I call all of this to be pseudoscience. Some of you might say, why are you claiming all this to be pseudoscience? If we disagree on that, let me make another argument. Assuming all this paper, whatever is said before so far in this paper, research paper, let's assume all this to be true. Now let's focus on what they said in the conclusion. In conclusion, they are saying one thing that needs to be looked at very keenly, and that is, we have conducted the study on healthy individuals. This study should be conducted further, and this should be enhanced to study how it will reflect in cardiac patients. So what it is basically saying is, all this is done only on healthy individuals. We don't know how it will react when we do the same thing in cardiac patients. So this paper by itself is not an authoritative paper on how a cardiac patient, actual cardiac patient, will recover from their ailment using this particular chant. But look at what the social media influencers are coming out and telling. All of them are claiming that this is the evidence for all our claims. We are claiming that chanting Vitthala Vitthala will cure heart problems. All heart problems will be solved. No need of stents, no need of going to a hospital. All this by chanting this mantra, and we have evidence, and this is the paper. But the paper says that it did not do any study on actual cardiac patients. Do you see the problem in it? I really hope you do. Now I want to divert your attention to something else that I said before. That is the name of this journal and what it conveys. The name of the journal is Asian Journal for Complementary and Alternative Medicine. We have to talk about this. There is an actual field called medicine, and that medicine is evidence-based and science-based. Whatever is done there is based on evidence and actual science. If something is working, we know how it is working and why it is working, and we'll have ways to replicate it. It can be tested and repeated. And the next aspect of it is regulated. Whatever is done in an actual medicine field is regulated. There is a governing body that looks into everything that is being done, and if any malpractice or wrongdoings are found, that will be corrected, that will be penalized, and appropriate action will be taken. This is what happens in medicine. Now let's come to alternative medicine. Alternative medicine is not based on science. It is completely pseudoscientific. And none of the things that are said in alternative medicine is based on evidence. And none of it is regulated. There is no regulatory body for anything and everything dealing with alternative medicine, and there is no governing body looking at the practices of the alternative medicine. And nothing is standardized in alternative medicine. Whereas in actual medicine, everything is standardized. And in alternative medicine, most of the things, almost everything cannot be tested and replicated or repeated. So that is the nature of actual medicine and alternative medicine. When we talk about alternative medicine, what all falls under this alternative medicine? Ayurveda, Siddha, Homeopathy, Unani, all the traditional based medical practices or faith based medical practices, all of this fall under this alternative medicine category, and all of this are pseudoscientific. There is no evidence to it. And when we talk about medicine, many people call it allopathy or English medicine or many other names like that. But all these names are not quite accurate. It is just medicine. It is not something like allopathy or something. All these are not the actual names of it. If you really need a name for medicine that we practice today, that name is science-based medicine. Use that. Or evidence-based medicine. Use that. Don't use the names such as allopathy medicine or English medicine, or all these are wrong names and inaccurate names. Some of it could be even derogatory. So please do not use this, so that we'll have some kind of clarity when we talk to people about these topics. Coming back to chanting of this Vitthala mantra, this will not have any health benefits that they claim to have, and also there is another part to it, which is holding mudras. There are mudras like this, mudras like this, mudras like this. All these mudras also do not have any of the health benefits that they claim to have. People are being fleeced by anything. People lose a ton amount of money. Thousands and thousands of money are being collected by these people who are actually charlatans working to swindle people's money. So beware of these people and do not lose your money on these things. And if you have a health problem, consult a real doctor, consult a specialist. Do all the tests that they give you and take the medications they give you as they are prescribed. Don't fall for any of these claims and don't follow any of these things to be or in substitute of or in complementary with actual medicine.